All right, once again, hello everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar. I see a lot of interest on our webinar from the different parts of the world. I see the people who registered and attending from Canada, from the US, Middle East countries, Asia, even though I see some of the colleagues who are joining from Malaysia. I hardly even can imagine what time is it right now over there. So thank you for your interest and thank you for your attention. So we are going to start our webinar as soon as possible, probably right now. So I see some of the people are still joining, so it's okay. All right, so let me start. First of all, my name is Shavkat Milev, and I'm working for the AFP Consultory, the project management consulting company. And today we are going to speak about the 4D BIM planning and scheduling using the Powerproject BIM solution, right? So let's start. All right. Okay, so some of the people are saying that they're joining from Ethiopia. Hello, hello over there as well. Okay, so not going far from our topic. So who we are and what we do, we are the project management consulting company. We are providing the project management solutions, including the licensing, the training, the implementation services, consulting, and the support services as well. So we are specialized in enterprise project portfolio management, in 4D, 5D planning, in time change or time location planning, as well as the schedule analysis, schedule diagnostics, schedule risk analysis, and the life cycle facility data management. So our headquarters based in Madrid, in Spain. However, we are together with our partners. We are in North America, South America, Portugal, France, most of the African countries, and the Middle East as well. So some of the project management solutions that we are providing, first of all, well, you know all, it's Oracle P6. So we are the gold partner of the Oracle. We are the premium partner of the Elekasoft, who are providing the Powerproject solution. We are the partner of the Trimble solution, the Bitcoin as well, Ecodomus, and Deltek Acumen. Well, as you know, the Powerproject and Oracle P6 is EPPM solutions. However, the Powerproject has as well the model for the 4D BIM planning. So this is where we are going to focus more about. Stylus is for the time change planning. Bitcoin is for the cost estimation, the 5D. Ecodomus is for the facility and live data management, and Acumen is for the risk analysis and the schedule diagnostic solutions. So let's speak more about the Powerproject. First of all, the Powerproject has been on the market over the 30 years. So it's not the new solution. Previously, it's been known as the Asta Powerproject. However, I think that 2 years ago, they have rebranded, and now it's just Powerproject. It's been awarded as the best project management and the planning product for the 7 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken, by Hammers UK. So it's a UK product, but and it's been used mostly in the Europe. However, right now it has increased a lot in North America, in South America usage, as well as in the Middle East. Well, the Middle East is a bit different topic to speak about, a bit different market to speak about. However, yes, we have the users who are using the Powerproject over there as well, together with the P6, because the P6 is kind of mandatory over there. All right. So some of the Powerproject customers, so you can see the main big construction companies who are using the Powerproject for the different reasons, to do the integration with the P6, for the milestone tracking, for the 4D BIM planning, for the just planning, for the progress mobile updates. So they are getting the updates directly from the mobile into the scheduling. So different type of the solutions they are using in Powerproject for different purposes, but mainly it's the planning and scheduling. Okay, so first of all, what is the Powerproject? Well, it's a core scheduling tool. even though before it becomes more focused to the construction market, has been used as a project management solution, and still using as a project management solution. So it's not only focused on the construction, but you can use it for the manufacturing, for the other project management areas. So it's a core scheduling solution, okay? Moreover, it has integrated different models like the earned value analysis, the S-curve reports, risk management, and also supports the line of balance methodology, so which is a part of the lean construction methodology. Okay, so it's a free of charge. It's coming together with the software. Moreover, it has the business intelligence reports. Now, with the business intelligence reports, a lot of people are using the third-party solution, or they're using the Excel in order to transfer the data from the P6 from MS Project, then editing the data in Excel, and then sending it to the different platforms which are supporting the BI. However, in a Powerproject, it has a direct integration. So whatever you do in the schedule, you simply with a few clicks, you are updating your your business intelligence report. So if you are using the Power BI, for example, so for you, it would be really easy to do it. Okay. The Site Progress Mobile, so it's a mobile application or the tablet application, which you can use in order to update the progress directly from the site. So simply you're opening your mobile and updating the progress, giving the notes, taking the pictures, and sending this information to the schedule. So you don't need to transfer it to the Excel, send it by the Outlook, or if you are not updating the schedule. If you are updating, so you don't have to take the notes and so on. So you just go directly to the mobile application and update the progress. Free Viewer is for those who don't have a license, for example, the Powerproject, but they would like to see the schedule itself. So it's a free application. You can download it, and you can open the P6 files, MS Project files, or Powerproject files without any requirement. So it's a free viewer. And of course, the part which we are going to focus today is the 4D BIM planning and scheduling. Okay. So how we actually producing the 4D BIM, and what is the 4D BIM? I'm not going to speak about what is BIM, because this topic has been spoken on the market for the last 5 or 6 years, if I'm not mistaken. So the 4D BIM is once you are combining your 3D model together with your schedule. So this is the mainly what is it, the 4D. Okay, so if you are using different solution, or if your design team is using the different solutions, what they have to do in order to combine the schedule in the Powerproject is you have to export into the IFC file format. So IFC file format is international standard format for sharing the 3D model data. So mostly design solutions, they already have this option inbuilt in order to export into the IFC file. If not, just let me know which solution you are using. We'll find a way how to export. Okay, and of course the schedule information. So whether you are the P6 user, the Tilus user, Powerproject user, or you're using the Excel to do your schedule, or you're using the MS Project, for example, you can get all this information without losing any data to the Powerproject, and then combine your schedule. So it's very simple and very effective. I will show you how to do it on hands-on. Okay. So now some of the samples. So in which project you can use the Powerproject? Well, I can say almost in every project you are able to use the Powerproject. So whether it's a residential building, whether it's some particular commercial building, or whether it's an infrastructure project, so no problem with it. Once you have the model, for example, to do the 4D BIM planning, so if you have a model, then you are able to use the Powerproject, and you can bring the 4D BIM plan and schedule as well. Moreover, you can use the mining project. Right now, the mining project or mining companies start using Powerproject a lot, I can say, because even though we have articles in a mining.com and in a different public magazines where they have stated how powerful the Powerproject is in using with in the mining project. So if you will be interested to see one of them, just drop me the email. I'll be happy to share with you. So what are the benefits of using the Power Project in a 4D BIM planning and scheduling? First of all, what you can see is you are able to see the project structure. You are able to directly see and navigate among your project structures without any extra effort. So if you are the P6 or MS project users to go around your project structure, it's a kind of hard. Moreover, you are able to see all your activities with like the standard view. You can have the different spreadsheet information to display on your view, like the progress percentage, for example, the schedule variance, schedule of cost performance index. So any information that you have on your schedule, we are able to show it in a spreadsheet view. So it's just the column-based system. The Gantt chart is very powerful and very visually powerful, let's say, as well, because you might have unlimited number of the baselines, first of all, but you can display around the 10 baselines at the same time. If you want, if you need to, you can give the different color codes, like the activity codes. We call it in the Power Project the code libraries, in order to differentiate the particular works, for example. Then you have your 3D model, the comparison. So you have we call it as a comparison model, which takes the data from your baseline. So you can specify from which baseline you would like to show so that the model will take it, and as well your 3D model itself. Okay. Moreover, you are able additionally to display, for example, the cost, income, net values, the different type of the histograms, the resource histograms, the quantity histogram. So it's all available in the Power Project. So using the Power Project solution, actually, you can fully do the 4D BIM planning and scheduling. One thing that I wanted to mention is the Power Project is not a design solution. So you are not creating actually 3D model in the Power Project. No, what you are doing, you are mostly working for the planning and scheduling part and the progress update. Okay, so this is goes all the cycle of the construction part. Okay, so in the Power Project, you do not do the design. All right, so I hope it's clear. All right, I'm switching to the live demo. If you have a question, please type it. At the end of the session, I'll have a look on them. Okay, so as you can see, this is the interface of the Power Project. It looks like the Microsoft product. However, it's not a Microsoft product. Well, statistically, I would believe so that the Microsoft products are more user-friendly. That's why the developers from the Electrosoft, they decided to have this design, but it's okay. So it's fine. So first of all, you have above itself the different type of the menus and tabs, like the home, where you are able to reschedule, where you are able to sum up, where you can see the different information, quick information in order what you'd like to add to your schedule. The view part is the standard view, so you are able to go to different views in the same way, as well as to add the different information such as the resource usage histograms, the line of balance histograms. In the project part, where you are mainly setting up the baseline, your work breakdown structures, the unique ID information, as well as you have the risk analysis over here, network viewer, and the earned value reporter, so the S-curves, and you can also have the quality check. So if you require to do the DCMA 14 quality check, it is available in the Power Project as well. The allocation tab is mainly for the resource allocation, and the BIM part, which we are going to focus mainly, is all related to the BIM part. So the formatting is a simple formatting where you change the fonts, the colors, or you'd like to hide some information or show some information. So it's all available over here. Now, let's go into the main part. So on the left side, you have your hierarchy or your WBS structure, where you can navigate very easily among those, or you can select, for example, the first floor and the second floor, and you'll be able to see all of them over here. Okay, then, for example, we have our spreadsheet. So our spreadsheet has all the information that is required, which we want to show. If you want to add any particular column, simply go and add. any different column which you would like to show. If we speak about the progress, for example, you can have the overall percentage complete, the plan percentage complete, the duration percentage complete, all information is over here. If it's about the earned value, so you have the actual percentage complete, the plan percentage, schedule variance, schedule performance indexes, and so on. So any information that you might possibly want to display, so you already have the columns for it. Our Gantt chart, so you can see our Gantt chart right over here. The below lines or the red lines is our baseline information. So we can display, as I said before, around the 10 baselines at the same time. Okay. Moreover, let's say we have a different column. So for example, we have a different data dates. Let's say if in a P6 or in MS project, you have, for example, only the cumulative one data date. In a Power project, you might have a different progress period. So if you're updating the progress based on the weekly base or the monthly base, so you can set up it over here and later on track monthly or weekly what was your progress. Okay, so therefore we have a different, but if you want to hide them, no problem, there is a possibility. And we have the model itself. So as I mentioned before, we are using the IFC file. Okay, so the IFC format, mainly if you're a Revit user, so you're able to easily export the IFC file format and then bring it to the Power project and then combine your schedule or create the schedule directly from the model, if you would like so. So what else what we can do with the model itself? There are many things that helps us to do the proper project planning using the 4D BIM planning, 4D BIM methodology. So one of the things that we use in the 4D BIM planning is that we are taking the quantities that have been assigned in the model and use it into the schedule. So for example, if I would select one particular element, in the properties, I will have the information. Okay, what is the entity ID? So those information, the name, type, object, they are coming from the design software. So if you have filled in the design software this information, it will appear over here as well. However, one of the important parts is the calculation. So the quantities, okay, the calculated quantities is important information that we are going to take in order to use it in a 4D BIM planning. Moreover, what we have here, we have the categories. So this is the category information where you would like to hide the particular element, to show the particular element. If you want to, if you are not using it, just hide it and it will not appear in your 3D model view. Okay. All right. So we have a different modes. For example, you can go over the model itself, have a look on it. Moreover, if you want to go the inside for the detailed planning, so you can go inside your building, select the particular element. For example, this column, check it. What is the property? What is the quantity that is being using, and use it in your schedule. Of course, all the data we can bring into the spreadsheet and then use it in order to get the productivity rate or the work rate for it. Or if we want to know what is the work rate, if we if we have a particular time period limit. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate it how actually we can do this all above. Now, another thing that you want to learn is, for example, we are able to save the images. If we would like to save the particular image, simply just saving the image over here, and then you can have a different type of the format, however you want. You might use these images for your narrative reporting, for your progress update information, or for example, you can save a snapshot. So the snapshot as well, it is possible. Snapshot, it's a position of the camera. For example, if I would like to say this is the interior, so I would say this is the interior, then I would snapshot. Another one is the exterior. Okay, so the exterior. Whenever I need to go back to the interior part, so I can go back and just move directly from here. If I need to go back to my other view, so I can just go and other view as well. So the snapshot is saving the position of the camera. So later on, whenever you need to adjust something or you are working on a particular floor levels or in a particular area, so it helps you very easily go to that point. Okay. Different other options like during the simulation, when you are running, if you want to camera move or you want to track your activities based on the elements that you have selected. For example, I have selected upper roof and now my activity has been selected as well. Okay. All right. So let's see, for example, currently my schedule is linked to the elements of the model. And if I want to run, for example, the construction cycle simulation, you can see over here how it is going. So it's based on our schedule. So we have a drop line, which indicates the particular time period that we are on it. And you can see how our construction schedule is done. So we can simulate our construction work and we can visualize it. Okay. Moreover, for example, let me just change this one over here. Okay, so if we want to see in a particular time period to forecast, okay, so what will happen, in which stage we will be if we are going to be at the end of October. If I would say, okay, at the end of October, we are going to do those work. So we are on the 4th floor, we are in the middle of the slab of the 1st floor, and we can see in which elements, and visually we can see where we are right now. Okay. Moreover, what else we can see here? As I said, we have a baseline information. So I would like to show the comparison view. So the comparison view, as I mentioned before, it takes the data from the baseline. So let me move to my IFC comparison view and make it a bit more visible. And let me run the simulation. You will see the difference between the planets and the actual ones. Okay. All right. So highlighted, if you pay attention on the comparison view, the red highlighted, it means that those elements are delayed. Okay. So according to our baseline, we already supposed to do those elements, the first floor, the surface part. So these elements, according to our baseline, has been already supposed to be started. Okay. However, on our actual plan, we don't have them. So it means that we are in delay. So the comparison view shows us the baseline versus our planned information. Okay. All right. So let me run it further so you can see clearly more. I'm not mentioning that you can track this difference in the Gantt chart as well. So you can see the Gantt chart, the difference. So it's quite simple in every CPM solution. You can do this. However, using the Powerproject, you'll have the visual information as well, where you are delaying in which activities you are behind. Okay. All right. So this is the first part. Let me show you another sample. This is the sample for the infrastructure project. Okay, so you can have as I said, you can use the Powerproject for any type of the project, whether it's residential, commercial, the infrastructure, mining projects, no problem with this one as well. Once you have your Powerproject and once you have your 3D model, so go ahead, use Powerproject, do the proper 4D plan, and see how it will help you in your project. Okay. All right. Meantime, we have some questions already. So Abdul is asking what is the difference of the P6 and the Powerproject. A lot of difference about the P6 and the Powerproject. First of all, well, I'm a user of the P6 as well. I love P6 and I have a respect to P6. It is a market leader currently in some countries. So it's hardly to say in a particular way what is the difference between the P6 and the Power Project. Well, first of all, the Power Project has additional models such as the risk analysis, the line of balance, the 4D BIM, as well the inside. Moreover, it integrates with the other solutions. Like if you would like to bring your schedule from the XCR file from the P6, so you can bring it in a Power Project, or if you want to send it back to the XCR file, so you can send it back your schedule too. Or it works with the MS Project as well. So you have the MS Project file, no problem, you can bring it to the Power Project, or you can send it back to the Power Project information. It has the advantages over P6 in the resource management and the cost management. For example, the cost management, you can show not the negative cost like in the P6, but you can show, for example, the directly income of it. There are many aspects that we can speak about the difference about the P6 and the Power Project, but the mainly is those which I mentioned. Okay, so now let's move forward. Okay, so let me show you how actually we can bring the schedule. Like say I would bring the P6 schedule. As I mentioned before, you are able to import and export back to the native P6 file or MS Project file. So I can bring, for example, the P6 file. So let me find one XCR file. Okay. Meantime, please go ahead, type your questions. I'll be happy to answer them. So, okay, so this is the XCR file right now. Opening it, I can use a different template, or you can create your own template, how it should look like. So I will just use the standard P6 template. Okay. So now Power Project is importing the P6 XCR file. So as you can see, all the information, whatever you have in the P6, you have it in Power Project as well. The calendars, the WBS structure, the resource information. So whatever you have in the P6, you can bring it to the Power Project. No problem with it. Okay, now as I have my P6, what I need to do is I need to bring my model itself. So to bring the model, so we go to the IFC configuration, and from here we are importing the model. So you can use the local computer, or you can use the ElecoBeam cloud. So the cloud is if you would like to store your IFC model in a cloud, so you can use the Eleco cloud. However, I mean, mostly the planners and the schedulers, they keep it in, they are all in the local. So I can just open the IFC file. So this is the IFC file format, and what I have just did, I've just imported in a Power Project. So once I open the model, it will load me the model. I have already loaded the model right over here. So this is my model, and we have all the information which is inside in the model right over here. Okay, so all right, so if I select the particular element, so this is the footing, so it's a structural element, has the name IFC footing, and we have the information such as, for example, okay, we have a quantity information too. So there is no problem, I can use this one in the later on. Okay, all right, so let's say I have imported my schedule, I brought the model. So what I can do with it in order to create the 4D plan. First of all, you have to link it. So how do we link? There are several ways to link the model. First one is the selection mode. So you can select the elements. Let's say this is the footing. So I'm selecting the footing, and then simply drag and drop to my activity. So I can just drag and drop it to the Gantt chart. So right now, if I unselect it, if I will select to my activity, you can see that my elements in the model which I have linked already selected. Okay, I want to see only this activity. So I can go to the foundation part and I can show only the view. So right now I have my 3 activities. I have linked only to the footing, and you can see the elements in the model that I have linked over here. This is a one way. So the drag and drop option, this is a one way to link your activities with the schedule. Another way is using the searches. So what are the searches? Searches is kind of automatization of your work. For example, I can say that, okay, I'm looking for the all footing, so I'll just say footing, and I'm giving the search criteria. Okay, search criteria, what it should be. Okay, I'm looking the search criteria first by the property, which is the IFC entity. I know that this is my footing. So for example, where we can check it. All right, so IFC entity named footing. Okay, I have selected and I need to select the footing one. All right, footing. Now I have given the criteria to search. And if I want to see which product right now is going under this criteria, I can select the all elements. All right, all elements are being selected right now, and simply I can just drag and drop and override IFC product. Once I select, you can see right now that my element has been linked to the activity. What else we can do with it? Well, there are some of the simple ways is to do the sequential build order, or you can give your build order manually. It is no problem with it. You can give it. So if I run my schedule, you can see how it is going to be constructed. Okay. All these building orders, you can do it manually. You can set up which particular footing should be first constructed and which one should be the last. No problem with this. It is all possible to do this. Okay. Now, all right, let's say you have selected the elements, you have done the schedule. How you will check whether you have not missed anything during your work? So there is a way is to show the unscheduled product mode. So it means right now it's the Powerproject has removed those elements which are already being scheduled. For example, let's say I have a wall and I will just drop it. For example, I will select it, I will drop it. This is the parking, and I will put it over here, so it disappears. Okay, so it is also very good in order not to have any mistake during your planning. So this is the way. Okay, it's clear. Another way is, for example, I will just delete all the activities. I don't need any footings, and I don't need any of this. So assuming that we don't have a schedule and we have a model itself, how we can create the schedule? Also, there are a few ways. First, you can simply draw the activities on your Gantt chart, saying this is the footing, this is the footing, this is the foundation, and so on. So okay, then you can give it as a summary. This is a footing or the WBS example. Now link it, and it's done, and you can reschedule your project. So it is rescheduled. Of course, it shows as a critical activity, no problem. And then you can link your elements with the model directly. Okay, so this is one way. Another way is if you show all the elements. Another way is, for example, you can go to the selection mode. You can take those elements and drag and drop it directly to your Gantt chart, and then give the name that this is the footing. Okay, then you take another element and then drag and drop. This is the slab. Then you have another one, and then you have the wall. Okay, so this is also possible to do this. Then summarize it, make a WBS structure, saying this is the level 1. Okay, if you want to see the footing which you have selected, just you might have a lot of elements over here, but if you want to focus on particular this element, simply go and show only the selected task, and you will be able to see it. If it's a slab, For example, you go again and show only it, and you'll be able to see this element. Of course, you can do and split the product. This is the very important, especially when you have the columns, the walls, and to do the proper sequence and to visualize it properly, you can do the split products. You can do the automatic split, so you can automatically, Powerproject can automatically split it, or you can split it manually as well. So once you split it, so you update it, and let's run the simulation, and you can see how it is. Of course, let me move my simulation right over here so that we'll have the more visual better. Okay, that's great. Now, one of the things is in the Powerproject is very important. Even though, for example, I would reschedule it, I can always undo reschedule. So it helps us to do the what if analysis. So if you want to undo the reschedule, you can simply do it without having saved another version of the file before the reschedule, after the reschedule, and so on. So it really helps a lot. And you can do the unlimited numbers of the undo operations. Okay, so this is a very, very powerful solution for it. Okay, so as you can see, I just undo it until I have removed until I deleted my P6 data. Okay, I mentioned one thing about using the quantities from the model, and I'm going to show you how actually we can effectively use it. Now, if you pay attention, we have two columns, which is the IFC product volume and IFC product area. Those volumes, those information are coming directly from the model itself. If I will select, for example, all my footings, and you can see that I have an identical amount of the quantities that is in my model. Now, what I can do with it, I can copy it and paste it to my work rate. So this is not this one. So let me just add one column. And okay, I have it over here, so I don't need it. So I can just put it back right over here. So I'm using this quantity right now, which I have taken from the model. In the model itself, you are not able to edit it, but you can edit it during your working. So the task work, which is related to the quantity, you can relate it. So I can say that, okay, this is not the unit, this is cubic meters. So it's automatically change the cubic meters. I can say, okay, what is my productivity rate? All right, if my productivity rate is 5, so I can say that my duration information has been changed automatically. Okay, I will make it more visible. Now, if I would do it as a 2, so you can see how my duration is being changed. What if, for example, we have particular requirements to finish the footings like in 5 days? What should be my productivity rate? And if I will highlight this productivity rate, it's saying that, okay, in order to finish 44 cubic meters in 5 days, okay, so I will put the 5 days, your productivity rate should be 1.12 cubic meters per hour, okay? Or you can say, all right, let's say I want to see the per day information, and then put, for example, the 2, so it says it's changed the quantity and it changed the duration information automatically. Or what you can do is you can simply manipulate or change the information directly on the Gantt chart. It indicates you like what is the task work. Task work is our quantity. Task work rate is our productivity rate per day. And if it's okay for you, and it's also show you the duration. Okay, so if I would like to finish this in 50 days, my productivity rate should be this. Okay. So, all right. So my, you can find me. So right over here, you're asking for me. So this is my name, Shavkat Emeliyev. So go ahead, please send the invitation. I'll be happy to connect. No problem with this. However, for any questions related to the Power project, please drop the email to the info@APP Consulting. Our team will quickly respond to you. We'll give you all the proper information. If you want to speak with me, no problem. I'm available anytime, wherever you want to. Okay, so I'm going to close the session. Thank you very much for your time. I really do appreciate your interest. I see a lot of people, as I said at the beginning, from a different part of the world. I'll be happy to meet you and speak with you one-to-one. Okay, so thank you very much and have a good day, have a good evening, have a good night.